We've created a quick tour of BABEC's online resources to get you up and going as quickly as possible. If you are visiting our site for the first time, you will be prompted to log in quickly before accessing our materials. We'll use our ALU PCR curricula to show how each of our lab experiences are organized for teachers. First, you'll find a brief introduction that explains what students will be learning and doing during the lab. If you're just learning about the lab, you may want to look at sample learning objectives for students, suggested prior knowledge that may be helpful before starting, as well as alignment with NGSS standards. For each lab experience, we've developed resources specifically for remote learning you can find here. For hands-on lessons, we suggest beginning with two key resources: the lesson slides and the student guide. The lesson slides articulate with prompts students answer or make observations on in their end of the student guide. Each lab experience is introduced using anchoring phenomena for the lesson using images, videos, or questions students consider before recording their observations and questions in their student guide. We found for many teachers that reading through the lesson slides and student guide together give a good sense of the sequence and pacing that they may use in their own classroom. Keep in mind that you will be able to differentiate these materials simply by making a copy and editing these documents as needed. We've found most teachers make copies in Word and then upload the document to their Google Drive. We've also included a lesson plan that has more specific details and suggestions for pacing, with the understanding that teachers may have to modify it given their available classroom time and the needs of their students. Each lesson also includes a vocabulary guide that may be useful for review or even previewing prior to beginning the lesson. Under Lab Resources, you will find all you need to run the wet lab with your students. The lab protocols students follow have been revised many times and are based on our experience with teachers in their classroom, giving students the best chance for success, so you will not be able to copy and edit this document as you can with our other resources. In preparing the classroom for the lab, we've included a labeled photo of what one student station might look like, and also instructions for making aliquots if necessary, as well as a guide for other elements of the lab you may or may not be familiar with. Lastly, our inventory guide includes all equipment and reagents necessary to complete the lab. We hope this brief tour will help getting started a little easier. If you have questions or feedback, which we love, please email us at babec@babec.org.